B&B Automobiltechnik has just released a tuning program for the Audi A4 that is arguably one of the most comprehensive kits that the German tuner has created. 4 engine options for the A4 and S4 have engine upgrades available, 3 of which come with 3-stage kits, with the other having 2 stages. That's a lot of upgrades, with the one for the S4 an increase to 450 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque, representing the biggest improvement in power of the lot. But that's not the full extent of B&B's tuning program. The German tuner also got help from Belgian tuner Character, which provided an aerodynamic body kit to ensure that the A4 wasn't left high and dry on that section. A new set of wheels are also being offered, as is a choice of chassis and suspension improvements, all of which combine to create a stellar package that owners of the A4 and S4 will surely appreciate. It's rare that customers are given this kind of variety when it comes to the kind of upgrades they stand to receive from an aftermarket tuner. But B&B answered the bell on this one, and as a result, would-be customers can literally have their pick on the kind of power they'd like to see from their A4 and S4 models. Exterior B&B confirmed through correspondence that the aerodynamic kit fitted into the Audi A4 comes by way of Belgian tuner Character. And so, a quick look at Character's aero kit for the A4 reveals that the package consists of a new front bumper that's a lot more pronounced than the standard version. The intakes, in particular, take on a different look that's somewhat similar to what we imagined the new A4 Avant is going to look like. New side skirts are also part of the Character kit, as is the rear spoiler and the dual integrated exhaust that are considered signature stylings of Character. Rounding out the exterior upgrades is a new set of B&B's own 19- and 20-inch light alloy wheels. Interior: the German tuner didn't put any upgrades on the Audi A4. Drivetrain: B&B is offering a lot of engine upgrades for all engine options available to the A4 Avant. That includes the performance-oriented S4. First, let's dive into the A4 2.0T, which has 2 tuning options available. Both kits come with the traditional software adaptation as well as the removal of the VMAX limiter. The first of these 2 upgrades, called the Stage 1 kit, can increase the output of the engine from the standard 184 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque to a healthier 230 horsepower and 339 pound-feet of torque. Meanwhile, the Stage 2 kit is capable of upping the power ante to 250 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. The more potent of the diesel engines is a 3.0-liter V6. This bad boy can spit out 268 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque when it rolls off of Audi's production line. But thanks to B&B, owners of this A4 Avant variant can choose from 3 different tuning kits. The Stage 1 kit stretches the output to 310 horsepower and 494 pound-feet of torque, while the Stage 2 kit gets extra power to the tune of 326 ponies and 513 pound-feet of twist. Then there's the Stage 3 conversion, which puts the A4 Avant's output up to an impressive 350 horsepower and 535 pound-feet of torque. This particular kit helps the wagon sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds, almost a second quicker than the standard model. Top speed has also been lifted up to 171 miles per hour. Moving on to the gasoline side of things, B&B is also offering a 3-stage kit for the more powerful variant of the A4 2.0 TFC. The standard output for this model is 248 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, but with the help of an improved turbo boost pressure and a remap of the engine's fuel injection and ignition, B&B was able to bring the output up to 300 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque as part of the Stage 1 kit. Should a customer want something a little more out of this upgrade, the tuner is also offering a Stage 2 kit that adds modifications to the air intake system into the equation, as well as improvements to the ECU unit and further adjustments to the fuel, ignition and boost curves. Altogether, this kit increases the output to 320 horsepower and 340 pound-feet of torque. Finally, we get to the Stage 3 kit for the A4 2.0 TFC. In addition to what was already included in the previous programs, the Stage 3 kit adds a bespoke turbocharger with a modified downpipe and sports catalyst, bringing the total output to 365 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. Last but definitely not least is the upgrade for the performance variant of the A4, the S4. Like the other variants of the A4, this engine modification comes in 3 different stages. Stage 1 puts the S4's output up to 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. Stage 2 gets it up to 430 horsepower and 585 pound-feet of torque. Finally, Stage 3 puts the S4's output to an impressive 450 ponies and 443 pound-feet of twist, a significant bump from the standard 354 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque output that comes out of the Audi's new 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 engine.